Yo! What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today, we're just going to do a quick update on Ethereum, man, because Ethereum is finding resistance. If you guys remember our last Ethereum video, we told, Ethereum is at its biggest resistance point on the charts. We're going to talk about that today. So as always, guys, smack up that like button. Let's hit the likes up to 100 likes today. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's try to hit 2K subs. We're almost there. Come on, let's get it. Let's talk about Ethereum a little bit today, though. So what's going on here? We talked about on our last Ethereum video, guys, that this, right near about 2K was going to be Ethereum's biggest resistance left on the weekly charts. Okay, like to the point where it's like, all right, it was kind of about getting at least a little rejection there. And so far, we have found a little bit of resistance at that 2K level. Right, we've kind of came back down to the lows, came back up, and we found resistance at that bear market resistance band, as Ben Cowan would call it, right? At that 20 SMA and 21 EMA, we found resistance right at that point again, which we usually do in bear markets. It's not only that, but if we actually look left, this was such a big level for multiple different reasons. We had previous resistance, previous support all throughout last year, all throughout in this range, and now we're really just finding resistance there again. And we kind of said that, if Ethereum was to get a pullback here, that would be perfectly fine. That's actually what you normally do in bear markets. And if you're going to assume that we're at the lows, you might actually assume that actually is the more probable situation, that Ethereum gets a pullback at this point, tries to make some type of higher low, and then it continues back up to the upside. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So we said that we're finding some resistance at those previous support levels that we had back here, and also at the bear market resistance band, right? That's what we talked about. Now, if we go back real quick to 2018, okay, back in 2018, we did a similar thing, right? We sort of had the bear market, right? We went pretty significantly down, right? We know that. That's what we usually do in bear markets. That's not brain science, but we found a low. We came back up. What did we do when we came back up, though, right? So this was a big move. This was from about, $80 to about $160. So almost a 2x for Ethereum. Pretty similar to what we did now, right? From the closes, it was about 1,000 to about 2,000 of a move. So about a 2x. Pretty similar. But what did we do? We came back up. Now, we didn't quite come all the way back up to the bear market resistance band, but we got pretty freaking close. Right? But what's the other thing that we did? We also had this previous support looking left from the year prior, just like we talked about on the current price action for Ethereum. So we're finding resistance at our previous support level. And what did we do last time? Well, we do what most assets do at major bottoms. Okay, so if you think that 17.6K was the bottom for Bitcoin, if you think that $800 was the bottom for Ethereum, then you would think that, okay, we probably will go back and test that level at some point. And that's what we do now, right? What do we do? Well, we pulled back and we made a higher low before continuing back up to the upside. Okay, you sort of make this higher low W, reversal pattern or double bottom before you continue back up and back in 2019, right? So if we go back to our current price action, what we maybe could expect is, we talked about this being Ethereum's biggest resistance. Is it likely it starts to get a pullback now? And you guys might be saying, all right, Jordan, where could we pull back down to? Well, the most logical level, and a level that we haven't really tested as support yet, which I think would make a ton of sense, just basically looking left. I mean, we're not doing anything crazy here. But if we mark off our previous all-time highs back from 2017, so right near, it's right at about... I would say about 1370, so about 1370 would be a perfect point to get a pullback for Ethereum. And I actually would like to do that, if I'm going to be quite honest. I think that would be a lot more healthy than just, crushing it to the upside here right before the merge. I think it would make a lot more sense if Ethereum actually comes back down, tests this 1370 level, right? Makes that higher low, just like you saw in 2018, before then having enough juice to break that bear market resistance band as it comes down like this. Then you might have enough juice to come back up and break it, all right? And sometimes it takes those second retests to be able to then come back up and take it, right? So that's where we're kind of looking at there. Now, the other thing, which if you're a bull, that you might be looking at, like, all right, Jordan, but you said we broke out of the RSI resistance. Like, what's going on here, man? You got to give us one way or the other. Well, we did break this RSI resistance level, right? That we were talking about for I mean, we were talking about this forever. Since the all-time highs, we had 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, and we did end up smacking that to the upside just a couple weeks ago, right? Just actually 2 weeks ago. We broke this downtrend of resistance. So this is the kind of thing where it's like, you know, the charts tells you 2 things and which one's going to happen. You know, you got to watch. You got to see if Ethereum basically just has enough juice to get back above the 20-week moving average before continuing back up to the upside, confirming their support, continuing back up. All right, so watch this very carefully. This is a bullish sign, but you need to see the buying pressure come through, all right? You need to see the big push above that 20-week moving average to get super excited about this RSI breakout. But normally these RSI breakouts do lead to higher prices, okay? Now for the bullish scenario, we talked about the bearish scenario. We talked about if Ethereum comes back down and makes that higher low. Well, what's the bullish scenario? Well, we have this other support band here, resistance band. Let me actually get rid of this. This is the 50-week moving average. So the 50-week EMA and the 50-week SMA and the 52-week EMA. Okay, and you can see where that is. Now, the next big level I'm looking at is right here. So you see these previous lows? This is the bullish scenario. This is if Ethereum has enough juice, if Ethereum has enough buy pressure to smack through this 2K level. The next area I'm looking at is basically 2,500, right? Another psychological level, even number. It's a quarter of 10K, right? It's super psychological, right? So if we do break this level, it has a lot of confluence. You got this support band or resistance band now, I should say, coming in right there at the 50-week moving averages. And you also have this previous support levels coming in right there too. So that could be a logical point. And not only that, is if you do break that, you got this big downtrend of resistance coming down like this, right, from all-time highs. You got 1 touch, 2 touches, and you're looking for that 3rd touch if Ethereum has the juice and just says, screw you to this 2K level and just comes up and tests this level, okay? Big level there for Ethereum as well. So that's the bullish and bearish scenario. And it all comes down to if Ethereum has enough juice to break this current level. All right, so let's keep watching this. Let's see what happens here for ETH, but it is just kind of hovering right kind of where I'm not going to go to the short-term time frames. I do that on my streaming channel over at Jordan Camera and Crypto. We talk about shorter-term time frames. I want to stick to longer-term time frames on this channel. We are sitting at the most important level for Ethereum. You guys see I'm a big Ethereum fan. But even I think we could see a pullback at this level, but I know the merge is coming up. So there's a lot of hype for that, and we got to watch this current level, right? It's one of those things we got to pay attention really closely. The last thing I really wanted to touch on was, real quickly, was just the last couple times that you had these basically, this is Market Cipher down here. The last times you had these green dots pop up on Market Cipher, on basically the previous bear market, basically in 2018, 2019, and 2020. The last couple times we got these, because we're about to get one, as long as ETH can close the current 2-week candle green, which might be a stretch, right? This could close the red week, but we already saw this green dot for Bitcoin. The last couple times it had these was right here back in 2019. And obviously we saw what happened right there. We continued up. We had one right here back in January of 2020. We continued up a little bit higher. Obviously we had the pandemic crash. That was unprecedented. I'm not going to put too much weight into that one. And the time before that, you had one right here in April 2020, which obviously was before the bull market right there. So 2 out of the last 3 were super bullish. Well, the one that was not was sort of an outlier, right? Black swan event. I don't really count price action in between the late 2019 and early 2020. It was sort of manufactured price action based off news, based off everyone thinking the world was going to end and whatnot. So we are about to get that cross. If Ethereum can close the 2-week candle green in about 9 days from now, we're going to have that cross, and we already saw it on Bitcoin. Okay, so that could be exciting. All right, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, make sure you guys like the channel, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next long-term video update, man. I do enjoy making these, and I'll catch you guys in the stream later tonight if you watch that. All right, adios, my friends. Let's keep watching the charts. Have a good one. Peace.